Rupert was just the most incredible person. He was born with a smile on his face, and he continued to smile for the whole of his life. And I know it sounds cliched, but he really did light up the room when he entered. You know, he had this big, beaming smile, and he was just always great fun and very popular. Had lots of friends. He just collapsed climbing up the stairs, and you know, we knew something was wrong because he'd been so physically active, a rower, playing rugby, and for him to keep fainting like that was wrong. But we were fortunate that he was at university in Newcastle, where there is a pulmonary hypertension centre, so he was diagnosed there. And I was told when I was called up to see his consultant that what he had, and that his life expectancy without treatment was 2 years, which is an awful thing for a mother to be told.
Rupert lived an extraordinarily normal life, and he did things that many of his contemporaries were doing. He really loved cooking and spending time having drinks with his friends. He went to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. He lifted weights that I can't lift. And to the outside world, it seemed like nothing was wrong. But he was basically great at compartmentalising his condition. As soon as he walked out of a hospital or his flat, he just left his condition behind. So Rupert had to go about his daily life with a pump attached to his waist, and it was something that required constant maintenance. There was a tube that literally went through his chest into his heart. The slightest problems could cause him major issues, and there could be a leak with the pump, there could be a bubble in the tube. Any of these things would have major repercussions to him and how he felt.
Well, he was a very active sportsman. He had to give up all of those sports. One of the things he said when he was dying was, "I want to swim." And we thought that was rather an incongruous thing to say at such a time. And he said, "Yes, I haven't swum in so long and I miss it so much."
Rupert was incredibly gracious. When I arrived, the first thing he said was he thanked me for coming. And at that point, he was he had lost a lot of his strength. He said to me it felt like he'd been running a marathon, and he thanked my parents for giving him a good life. He offered words of advice to some of his friends, and it was an incredible. It's a privilege, really, to be with him at the end.
As his mother, I'm just very, very sad. It leaves a huge hole that will never go away, although we have very happy memories of him.
My name is Will Barratt. So I'm motivated by the very unique challenge that it presents. So the opportunity to test myself over a distance I haven't completed on foot before. And I think with terrain and temperatures as well, that are going to open up an entirely new physical and mental experience. The opportunity to complete the challenge whilst raising funds for an incredibly important charity changes this from being just a personal challenge to something that I hope will make a meaningful contribution to the work of PVRI. In terms of what will get me to the finish, I will be certainly drawing inspiration from Rupert's enduring cheerfulness and positive outlook in the face of the illness that he bore with such stoicism.